welcome back to my channel. My name's Tina and it's time for another one of my top 5 from 2018 videos. Today we're talking about foundation, which foundations were my top 5 picks for this year. And I really hope I don't get hate over this damn video. But I have to be honest. And one of the ways I'm going to be honest is to say I did not buy a zillion foundations. I buy the foundations that I'm going to use, and that's what I use, and I don't go searching for new foundations. I recently did a declutter of my foundations, so the foundations I had left were pretty much my picks, turns out. So this one was kind of easy. This section, unlike others, I have more drugstore than I have high-end. I'm not sure why that is. And I have some other high-end foundations, some of which I decluttered. So let's jump into this with a few that we all know and love. Nobody's gonna be surprised by my pick of Wet n Wild Photo Focus. I love this foundation. It is cheap, it's easy to use, it looks great on me, it looks great for filming. It doesn't look as perfect for just day-to-day life, but if you combine it with another foundation, it certainly can. I prefer to use it with a sponge, but you can use it with a whatever. This is a great foundation. Another drugstore is the Milani Conceal and Perfect. I adore this foundation. For days when you want a full coverage foundation, this will deliver it without making it look cakey. You just got to be a little careful on your application because it can look cakey if you're not careful. Don't use some techniques to keep it from that way. And they're everywhere. Like, lots of people will tell you how to make this foundation look freaking amazing. I use it. I love it. It is great. I at first was kind of on the fence about it and having trouble because I had a bottle that would break me out. The first one I had, and then the second one or third one I had didn't cause that problem. The first one I had, I got with a broken top, so I had to return it. The second one I had, for some reason, kept breaking me out. This one, though, turned out to be perfect. Been loving it ever since I got one. That works great foundation, very full coverage. The next one is the L'Oreal True Match. Now this is a cream foundation. I don't pick many of these. I like this one in the fact that it matches and you really have complete control over so many things with this. They have a zillion color matches. Their way it feels on the skin is super light. It feels weird when you touch it, like a balm almost. Putting it on either with a sponge or with a brush or with your fingers, any of the above, and smoothing it out and blending it in, it looks gorgeous. I really like this. Next up is the one that I'm a little worried is going to incite hate. I can't help it. So this is the Tarte Shape Tape Hydrating Foundation. I know some say that this is a dupe or a repackaged whatever from Tarte. I don't honestly give a shit. I just like the way this lays on my skin perfectly. It smooths in perfectly. Now I have to combine this with the Wet n Wild. These two together always go together. Otherwise this is too yellow for me. As you can see, I've used the heck out of this. I enjoy this foundation. I love the way it looks on my skin. I love the way it blends with other foundations. I love the way it wears throughout the day. I do not have problems with this foundation of any kind. Definitely on my list. This last one is a recent purchase. I got this so cheap. So I got this in their 7 products for $62. So they work out to be about $7 a piece, which is a steal of a deal. Tarte does that sale in May and November. I always am there for it because if I had just bought this for the $40 that it would have been, and then a lipstick, that would be all I would have had to buy to get to that $62. This stuff is so good and it's so easy. So this is a mineralized foundation. So it's called the Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Airbrush Foundation in Fairlight Neutral. Now this stuff, this is not a cushion, it is a powder, so this is a little screen, and then you just either tap it and it gives you a little bit, or you use your brush and bounce up and down on the screen and it gives you a little stuff. It doesn't take much. This is a full coverage foundation and it is a powder. I bought it out of curiosity. I fell in love. This stuff is so easy to blend, so easy to use. Now when I first got it, I was like, crap, it's like half a shade too dark for me, and I was having to put it everywhere so it didn't look stupid. And then I found, or got in BoxyCharm just by Kismet, the Pretty Vulgar Matte setting powder. And this setting powder is slightly tinted, it's a slight yellow tint to it, and that little bit of lightness is all it took for that foundation to be perfect. I haven't used any of my other foundations since I got it. Well, until today. I love it so much. It is so good, and it is so easy. The thing that shocked me though, as I was playing with it one day, and I'm like, I have this dark spot right here, and I'm like, I want that to go away. Can I make it go away with this? And I was thinking, how can a powder make it go away? Holy crap. I could build it up so that my skin just looked crazy. And the other thing is, it makes my skin feel like silk. My son touched my face and was like, oh my god, your face feels so good. Because it does. It just feels so good. I love that foundation. I never tried one of these. I know that Bare Minerals makes them. I tried it because Wayne Goss always uses this kind of foundation, and I love him. Me and him are going to be married in another life. Don't tell him. I love the way he does his makeup. It's super simple and everything. And I was like, okay, I'm going to give that a try because it looks easy. I just wasn't convinced that it was going to work and be actually full coverage. And it is, no question about it. It's definitely full coverage. It definitely lays down smoothly. It doesn't like do anything weird. It will look weird if you use too much. It does absolutely look powdery if you sit there and just keep adding it on, as I discovered the day that I did that. The curiosities you have when you haven't tried something before and are like, I wonder how this works. The great thing is, even if you do that, it is so forgiving. You can just blend it right back out. My makeup looks flawless from when I put it on in the morning till when I go to bed at night. It looks gorgeous. Best find of the last several months. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!